lines and various other helplines. Writing to advise is quite similar to writing to instruct, however, advise is more like suggesting an idea.
Hello! Today I'm going to talk to you about how to write Persuade for your coursework. To do this, we're going to a most exotic part of the world. Can you guess where we are? Yes, you're right. We're in the Amazonian rainforest. Now today, we are looking for pram frogs. Now pram frogs are elusive, rare creatures. They don't normally appear in front of humans other than when they are writing to Persuade. Now hopefully, some of you are writing to Persuade and therefore they should appear today. Fingers crossed that they do. But before we find them, we have to find their lair. Now, when you are writing to Persuade, there are things that you need to keep in mind, such as, what are you writing about? This could be anything. It could be animal rights, you might feel strongly about that, the Iraq War, it could be anything from fox hunting to, I don't know, robots invading the world. It's up to you. But what you need to bear in mind is how you write it and who you write it for. Now, are you writing it for teenagers? Are you writing it for adults? Or are you writing it for younger people? That is something that you have to decide before you begin writing. Now, there are 3 things you need to think about when you're constructing your text. Those are the first thing. Now, when you actually write your text, what you want to do is make the first paragraph your actual point. What are you trying to say? What do you believe in? And this should go first. The second point will be the bulk of your text, and this is just backing up the first thing that you said. You will include everything that we're going to talk about within this section, because then you'll get the most marks. Persuasion is very, very easy to pick up marks for, which is why some teachers do insist that you do it or do advise that you do it. Third point should just be a summary of what you've already said. Now, the summary will not add any extra points to anything that you've already done, your argument. It will do not add any more points. It's just summarising what you've said, and that's it. When writing to Persuade, you have to make sure that your point is put across in such a way that people are going to relate to it. You can do this by using language that you think that your target audience will empathise with. So, if you're writing about animal rights, you could give examples about, animals that are badly tracked when used for laboratory research. It's quite easy to do, and you'll pick up marks for it. As you know, we've been looking for pram frogs whilst we've been here. Now, pram frogs actually mean something when it comes to persuasive language and persuasive writing. The P stands for persuasive language. Use language that will get people to accept and understand your point of view. The R stands for rhetorical questions. Ask your readers things to get them involved in the article. A stands for alliteration. Repeat the starts of words to reiterate again what you're trying to say. The M is for metaphors. Say something is something else, and this will create a stronger sense that you know what you're talking about. The F in frogs stands for facts. Use facts in your article, or else people aren't going to agree with it. If you've got nothing to back up your claim, people are going to regard it as ridiculous. The R stands for repetition. Repeat what you've said again and again to reiterate the point. O stands for opinions. This is your opinion. You have to put this in, or else it's not much of a persuasive piece. G is for groups of 3. Use groups of 3 and it will reiterate the fact that you know what you're talking about and that you believe in what you're talking about. And the S stands for similes. Say something is like something else and people will agree with what you are saying because it sounds as if you know what you're talking about. When it comes to persuasive language, you get a lot more scope in terms of register. Register is how formal a piece is. So instead of using standard English, which is basically the Queen's English, which is usually reserved for letters, etc., use slang and colloquialisms to grab and maintain the reader's attention. Unfortunately, we didn't find any pram frogs today, which is regrettable, but I think we did find evidence of certain ninja fairies. We're going to have to do research on that. But good luck with the coursework, and I think that the pram frogs are going to be very happy because I think a storm's coming. Thank you for watching.